Pues tercera entrevista que tenemos esta semana. Ahora nos vamos un poquito más al sur del Ecuador, nos vamos hasta Australia con Voyager, que se presenta en Eurovisión con Promise. Good morning or good afternoon, Australia. I know that you are in Madrid, but it's fine to see you here.
Hello, how you doing?
How are you? How was the trip to Europe?
It's been amazing. Yeah, we're still here in Madrid at the moment. Just been trying to soak in a bit of the food and beverages while we're here, and we're having a lovely time.
The first question is, have you ever done anything like this before?
We've done something similar. We did Eurovision Australia Decides last year.
And you have finished second?
Yes, finished second. So, if we could do that again, that'd be nice. But no, never done something on this scale, I think. This is massive.
When comes the first time that you think, well, we want to go to Eurovision?
Probably the start of our touring career, I guess. Like, we've been touring the world quite a lot, and we always hear people say to us, you guys would be amazing to play at Eurovision. And we're like, oh, yeah, I think so too. But, being from Australia and being in a metal band, you never think it's possible. But that all changed in 2015. And that's when we really started to consider it, make some pretty big plans.
And I guess like once we got the we in 2020, 2019 it was, when Runaway almost made it as well. We're like, okay, this is possible.
Some people, they are surprised when they know that Australia participate in Eurovision. Can you explain how the Australians live Eurovision and what the impact they had the festival down under?
It's an interesting one down under, because when we get Eurovision competition, it's usually about 3 a.m., 4 a.m., something silly like that. So it is quite good, actually. A lot of places in Australia will actually stay open all night, or open especially on Eurovision, because normally a lot of places have to close down probably around 2 a.m. or something like that. But on Eurovision competitions, they'll make an exception, so you can actually go out into the city and go to a watch party, and you'll be guaranteed to only be surrounded by Eurovision fans, because everyone else will be at home. It's a pretty big event every year in Australia. You can always find some good parties. You just have to be ready to stay up really late.
Yeah, it's like when in Europe we saw the Super Bowl or something like this.
Yes.
So, do you think that you have a disadvantage in front of the European entrants for the reason that you are from Australia, for promote your entry?
It's an
advantage.
I don't know. I think they seem to love the Aussies.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's we've got a lot of support as well. I mean, we're very lucky that we have a music career outside of doing this as well. Like, we're not just some artist that's put a song in. We've been touring the world for a very long time. So we've got a lot of support from fans as well across the globe. So I don't think we'll do too shabby.
And you know what? After the pre-party, everyone else was able to go home. It's a very short flight to go home. It takes us 22 hours to get home. So we are stuck here in Europe. We are strategizing. We are campaigning. We are eating, living and breathing Voyager. So we've got no distractions anymore.
You are European this month.
Yeah. No joke.
Talking about the pre-parties, in Madrid, you arrive and post an image in Instagram that you have a problem. How do you solve the bus problem?
We were very lucky because we were just in Madrid actually in October last year. Touring with a Danish band called Bowler, and the promoter for the show that we played there happened to be a bass player as well. And when Alex put the shout out, he's like, "Oh, I can come help you out, man." So we're very lucky again to have connections, because we've kind of been around.
We have our wonderful Spanish friends.
Yeah.
They're always here to help us out.
And you're all very helpful and positive and passionate here. So you're always happy to help us. So thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have your rights already? It arrived or?
Yes, just arrived yesterday.
It's how was the experience in Madrid? you play 2 songs in the pre-party. How do you feel the Spanish people and the audience in the Riviera?
The audience was awesome. I think after our song, we went out into the crowd to go and watch the other acts, and it was just a big party.
We love that. That's our favorite.
It was awesome to go down and just sort of dance with the rest of the audience. But yeah, on stage it felt great.
They love singing. That's what I love about the Spanish audiences as well. It's like that spirit of just singing along, and I mean, you've got a chorus like they're just join straight in, and it just fills your heart.
And I think that's a good thing about Eurovision in general is sometimes, playing in a metal band, it's a bit of a cliche, but sometimes metal fans will stand at the back and just watch. At least at Eurovision, everyone's having a bit of a party. That's good.
Who's your team behind Voyager in this Eurovision trip?
Oh, well, I mean, mainly Lulu, eh?
Do you mean who's our team?
Yeah, your team.
Yeah, it's mainly, on the ground, it's mainly us and our manager, Lulu, who's an absolute workhorse. So so far, it's mainly been us just sort of taking care of pretty much everything. But with that said, obviously, we have a wonderful team from SBS and Bleak TV, who've been helping us out.
I think they'll be joining us as well once we get to the UK. So, but yeah, at the moment, it's just our wonderful manager, Lulu, who... God, we would not survive without her. Thank you, Lulu.
And shout out to Clementine as well for keeping us all incredibly organized.
Yes.
Trying to keep track of all of the press and all of the events and everything. It's so crazy. So thank you, Clementine.
Yeah, I talked to Clementine, so thank you.
Yes. Clementine.
So your music video was amazing.
Thank you.
Where was recorded? Because the views are awesome, and I stayed all the video like because Australia was.
We were there.
Yeah. We're so it's the exterior shots are further north from where we live in Perth, probably like 6 hours drive north. Which is funny when you tell that to a European audience. 6 hours, you're still in the same state. So it's in a town, or outside of a town called Kalbarri, on what would be called Nanda country. But it's around there. There's only about 1,000 people who live there. So it's mostly just natural scenery, unspoiled landscapes, that sort of thing. So the Pink Lake was incredible, all natural. The nature's window I'd never seen before. I mean, that was worth getting up at 4 a.m. to lug our equipment to the top of a mountain and try and
play shredder solo.
But it's all reasonably close to home, at least for Australians. You just got to get out of the main city, and that's pretty much what the rest of the state looks like.
And that's only just a small snapshot of what is available to see in Kalbarri. Is absolutely stunning. I mean, there's the gorges and the national park, and there's just the beach, Roller Islands. It's absolutely stunning. There's so much to see.
We're very lucky.
Come to Australia.
It'll be.
I want to go. But it's quite far and expensive right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
We know.
We do know.
So talking about this year's Eurovision, you were the first rock song that was published. I was finally with my rock song that I need every year in Eurovision. Do you know, this weekend you have the opportunity to talk with the other participants, 98, were in Madrid. How do you feel the competition? What's your favorite song or for the other countries?
We get along with Austria really well, Taya and Selena. I think we all have the same sense of humor. And their song is a lot of fun as well.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Also, we chat with Busker.
The Busker.
They were lovely guys.
Yeah. Awesome. Really, so similar to us, like big musos, really into just, I guess like band music in general, and
got nerdy on the music.
Yeah.
So that was good. Who else were we hanging out with? Luke Black. We were hanging out with.
Simone and I are big Nine Inch Nails fans from way back, so we really like Luke Black's song. It just reminds us of watching Trent Reznor in the 90s.
Yeah. But yeah, we love the Spanish entry as well. Blanca Paloma is just scary good.
Yeah, I'm intimidated by her voice. It's so powerful.
She's also just a lovely person.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really lovely person. I met her in Madrid, and it's awesome. So now you are in the top 20 in the odds for the final. Ooh. But in your semi-final, you're the second song right now. How do you feel this 30 days from to Eurovision?
That's interesting to know. We don't really look at the odds.
So you're second. I just watch it, and you're second.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. That feels great. We're very happy just to be here. And we've already kind of, already feel like we've won and done what we need to do. But if we were to dream a little bit past that, we really would like to go to the grand final. If for no other reason, then we just get to play some more music. So hearing that fills me with
Thank you,
quiet confidence. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the votes.
Just you wait till you see us on that stage. That's going to shoot right up.
and this year the semi-final, it's only for the public vote, and also the international public vote for the United States or Latin America. Do you think this will affect to the songs that will pass through the final?
I think it could. I think there is a certain amount of popularity of the contest in the United States, for example. And I didn't even think about it. But of course, a lot of South America, Latin America, I'm sure they're all massive fans of the competition. And there's a lot of people there. 300 something million in America. So if we can, maybe we should start engaging all those people who've been asking us to come to Brazil. If you vote for us, we will.
That's fine.
So my last question is, what's your prediction for the festival? Who will win, or your top three?
I think Finland have got a good chance.
Yeah, everyone's talking about Finland, and he's very fun to watch.
Top three, probably. You know what? I think maybe even Blanca Paloma could have a good chance as well, because she's just so captivating, and the performance is just insane. Like, that voice is perfect every time we've seen her perform. So, who else? Maybe.
I think, when I sort of read about things, I see a lot of buzz around acts like Armenia and Georgia, like Brunette and Yiru. And when you watch them on stage, like, we finally got a taste of them ourselves at the pre-party, they're like incredible performers. So seeing those songs with the kind of staging you get at Eurovision, I feel like a lot of people are kind of going to have their expectations shattered a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised to see an act like Brunette or Iru in the top three completely unexpectedly. Like, no one's really talking about them, but once you see those songs with that kind of Eurovision production, I wouldn't be surprised. But naturally us, number one. So, that's the...
I was going to ask now, your prediction for your entry, it's top one, no? Or
number one this year and next year, world domination, and
every year Eurovision in Australia.
All going to come down to Australia next time. We've spent years flying to Europe. Come back out here.
So thank you so much for being here. You want to send a message for our Spanish listeners?
Thank you very much for your hospitality. We've been having a great time. We can't wait to come back. We'll be seeing you all very soon.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled on the on our website, our socials, because there should be some announcements coming soon about possible shows near you.
Oh.
And also, rumor has it that, well, no one knows yet, but this might be Australia's last year in Eurovision. So if you'd like to keep us in Eurovision, you better let us win. Then we have to play.
I think that you will stay here for a long time.
We hope so.
Yeah, we do too.
It's a great contest.
So thank you so much for being here. And
thank you for having us.
Good luck, and I wish you the best for the future.
Gracias.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait to see you soon.